Hey, what's up guys, Jaeky here. Today we're going to be checking out the Tenta-X Jinsoku Speed Mousepad. I've worked with Tenta-X in the past and they did send this out for me to review, so shout out to them. One thing I want to touch on is the packaging here. This is the first time I've seen Velcro on a mousepad packaging, which is pretty cool actually, because you can just reuse it if you want. Really nice packaging here. It just slides out, everything's protected, so it looks all good. This mousepad is retailing for $46 Canadian on the Tenta-X website, and it comes in two different colorways. You can either get this in midnight purple or you can just get this in a black color. I have it here in the black, and it also comes in two different sizes. You can either get the 490 by 420 millimeter, or they have an extra large, which is just a square 500 by 500, and this pad has a thickness of 3.5 millimeters. So in the box, you get the mouse pad itself. This is what the pad looks like right here. On the bottom right, you do have that Tenta-X logo right there. And all around the pad are stitched edges, which is nice to see. Helps with the durability of the pad to make sure it doesn't fray over time. And also these stitched edges are below the surface, which means that you're not going to have any issues with forearm irritation if you are swiping over the stitched edges. The bottom of the pad here is just this really grippy PU base, and you really shouldn't have any issues with this sliding around on your desk. Here it is on top of my Artisan Zero Soft. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same size as an extra large Artisan at 490 by 420 millimeters. In the box, you will get one white Tenta-X logo sticker as well as a black Tenta-X logo sticker. You also get this nice little Tenta-X collector's card, which is pretty cool. And you also get some Unusual Way Sports Magic Ice dot skates in here as well. So pretty cool that Tenta-X actually throws in some dot skates for you, just in case you want to try out some dot skates. Grips very nicely onto the table. No issues with it sliding around whatsoever. Very nice grip. The surface of the Tenta-X Jinsoku is definitely smoother than the Artisan Zero. The Artisan Zero has a lot more texture. It's almost like a gritty sandpaper feeling, whereas this one right here, the Jinsoku, is very smooth, as in the surface here has very little texture. And I don't know if you can tell just from the camera, but the glide here is a lot smoother than my Artisan Zero. It's a lot faster. So yeah, definitely a faster surface than the Artisan Zero. Feels pretty nice. Doesn't seem like a surface that would irritate my forearm in any way, which is one big thing that I look for in mouse pads. And with those stitched edges below the surface, you don't have to worry about the stitch edges irritating your arm in any way. The logo on the bottom right is slightly raised, so you will feel it if you run your forearm or finger over it, but I almost never put my forearm in this area anyway, so I don't feel it, but that is something to keep in mind if that bothers you, is that the logo here is slightly raised. There's a texture to the logo here. In terms of the plushness, it's actually very reminiscent of my Artisan Zero Soft. There is a bit of plushness here on the pad. Yeah, it's not a super hard pad like you would get with something like a SteelSeries QCK. There is a bit of plushness here to the surface. So yeah guys, really solid feeling pad overall. Really nothing negative I can find to say about this pad. It really just checks all of the boxes in terms of just being an overall solid speed pad. So if you like speed pads and you want sort of that effortless glide across your pad, this is definitely a solid option that's worth looking into. Personally, I prefer using control pads, especially when I'm playing Valorant. I think speed pads are really more catered towards fast-paced games that have heavy tracking like Overwatch or Apex. But for precision games like Valorant, where it's less heavy reliant on tracking and more precision aiming, I prefer control pads, but obviously to each their own. It's completely personal preference. It also just depends on your budget as well. I think this is priced very fairly. It's not as expensive as something like an Artisan mouse pad or any of those super premium pads, but it's also not like a super budget pad either. So if you're looking for something in the middle, like price range wise, but you're also just looking for a pad that feels super premium and is just really solid all around, then I would definitely recommend checking out the Tenta-X Jinsoku. So yeah guys, if you are interested in checking out this pad or any of Tenta-X's products, I will leave their website in the description below for you to check out. But that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.